Okay, let's just take a look at Friday, because I know for Joe, we were talking about non-farm payroll, and that's a pretty good size event, and you can see it. We didn't get a a ton of movement on it, but then the general tone of the day took off after that. As far as our numbers, it was a fairly average day. It wasn't great, but here's the 8:30 report coming out right here, non-farm payroll, and you can see volume. We went from a couple hundred contracts, and this is 8:30 in the morning, to 3,300 contracts, 3,347. So this is an area of time that you want to watch out for. Now, as it turned out, I think we stopped and went back up. Okay, so the trend line actually worked, which a lot of times you see that even in the face of this volatility, it'll stop, turn around, and go up and go to target. But the problem comes into play is that the amount of volume that took place in this candle, and you can look at it on a 1-minute chart or on a tick chart, you wouldn't be able to get in and out of that trade. Okay, we're only looking for 8 ticks, and the spread could, at that time of, when everybody's trying to jump in, the spread is definitely a tick or two, and then the fills are going to be even worse because you're just going to hop into a queue of 3,000 or 4,000 traders instantly trying, in this case, probably trying to go short. You actually might have gotten a pretty good fill on this because remember, everybody's trying to go short with the market going down, and you'd be in a buying position, so you'd probably get a pretty decent fill. Now, getting out of it, who knows? I mean, it's all just pot luck at this point. Trying to trade something around non-farm payroll, and that's pretty much one of the biggest events of the month. And then the volatility kind of stayed in here all the way through the open. I mean, it didn't really slow down, and then the open hit. And 10,000 isn't a huge opening bar, but it's pretty good size, pretty respectable, and it stayed pretty heavy. And then the rest of the day, we just kind of moved up. Now, right in here was our bad point of the whole day. Okay, and 10 to about 11:15, and we had 4 losers in a row right there, and it's all in the face of this big push up. Okay, and we're trading kind of assuming a flat market with this price action that's going on here. We are going back and forth, and the trend lines and the trades adjust fairly well for all that. Okay, and then what happens is the market takes off, and there's no consistent trend to follow for us until it starts to settle itself off. Now, here it started to continue up at a pretty good pace, and then it started to settle in here, and we had some trading in here. Okay, it still wasn't great. We had a loser, and then a 3-tick loser, and a loser, but a bunch of other trades, and then kind of toward the end of the day, we had a few more and another loser. But the best part of the day was early on in the morning, before the report, even the pre-market, and even through the report. That was where we had I guess some quiet time, but it was almost too quiet in here to trade. You can see there's not a lot of movement. We're only getting 3 or 4 ticks out of a candle in anticipation of the non-farm report. So all in all, very quiet day, and then a strong uptrending day. Now, if you were a trend trader, you'd have had a pretty good day. You could have just taken this and ridden it all up. Now, as far as a price action overview, I wake up in the morning and I see this kind of quiet volume in here, and remember, I'm looking for at least 100 contracts per 5 minutes, okay? And a lot of times in here it's not. It's, in fact, probably more often than not, it's not even enough volume to trade. And I probably would have said, I'm not going to trade this morning. And then non-farm comes up, I'm definitely going to avoid that, okay? And then once you get in and hit the open, you start to think about, well, am I going to be able to trade a little bit in the afternoon? Well, it never stopped going up. So, there's an opportunity to catch some trend and move up. I mean, I definitely see some better positioning in some swing and some position trades. There's some stuff going on down here where you might be seeing like some with trend price action long trades, a little bit different than the scalps. and you could catch some of those and move up. But scalp trading, it's just one of the days that you might say, well, I'm not really going to do that. Okay, and it just kept going up, 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 and the swing trades were fine, good day. But all in all, it averaged out to be a pretty good scalping day, or an okay scalping day, not a bad day at all. And that's a non-farm payroll day, not necessarily the best day to trade.